Welcome to the Politricks Watch. This is P. Once again, we're going to be talking about the Scam Stocks Limited, aka SSL, and some of the madness surrounding it. You might be wondering, how man Sir P about 4 or 5 days now they're on the same thing. Yep. And if you take 4 or 5 more days, that's what I could go. You see, I wasn't around for FinSoc, we're not on YouTube. Right, wasn't around for Cash Plus or all entire any of them thing there, right, on YouTube. So this is the first big, financial scam, right? Big financial scam, right, that I've seen since up on YouTube. They don't come around often, but when they do, well, it's like an earthquake. Let's be honest. The real reason why we're seeing this big hoopla is because Usain Bolt is involved. And when the most famous Jamaican, the most well-known Jamaican globally get caught up in a scam like this, as you can imagine, the impact will be felt far and wide. There's a long time saying, never make a crisis go to waste. This is a crisis. Even though, as me say, it's because of the celebrity status that we're seeing why certain people all of a sudden start to get a moral compass, because we know they actually love scammers. Right? Just last week, they were saying that scammers are smart, people who empty people's bank account, right, using deception and all kind of things are smart, and the victims are stupid. That's what they were saying just last week. Right? Them love scammers just last week. Them love financial fraud just last week. But because Usain is involved, everybody woke. But despite that, this crisis can be used to help clean up Ironman even a little bit. I don't expect the whole machine to tumble, but even a little bit. This is why I'm telling you, say, don't get too caught up on the whole Gina and Pantan thing. Right? We know, say, she involved, but in my opinion, right, she's on the smaller scale when it comes down to them things, especially in the SSL. I'm going to be talking about the Croskery family today and some things over here about the FBI. Yes, the FBI. When we're going further, we have another Patreon birthday shout out. Okay, don't look like the Patreon birthday them fall right in a batches. Go like a week straight, one every day, and we're going to have one tomorrow as well. Today, it's Z-Zip. Now, when I was growing up, nicknames were very straightforward. Tall man, short man, big, smaller man, right, blacks. Right, now we have some nicknames like Ball Giant and Z-Zip. Z-Zip, big up yourself, right. Hope you enjoy your day, hope you enjoy the video. Hope you enjoy yourself to the max, right. Live life to the fullest. Health and wealth. Health come first though. Family come first though. And if you get the wealth, better invest it in a 5 of my unicorn them. I don't know whether special wheelchair unicorn them now. Because that right now look more stable than SSL. Z-Zip, big up yourself. Make a move into the video. I go play a clip from the Minister of Finance, Nigel Clark. And basically I mentioned, say, the big stories that 13 years ago on, how much people change office, administration change how much time and all kind of things, and I know this will come out. Listen closely.
Whether here in Jamaica or overseas, if and when such assets are identified, all legal steps will be taken to restrain these assets with the intention of full forfeiture. Having spoken with some of those leading the investigation, I can say that they are resolute and determined to unravel its complexities and bring all responsible to justice. The central issue is, how did this fraud go undetected for 13 years? I put it to you that that is the central question, and it is a question that our government will ensure is answered. I ask for us not to be divided at this time by narrow ambitions, but to focus on the central issue that across 3 political administrations, 5 chairmen of the FSC, 4 executive directors, 13 years. A massive fraud was being committed at SSL and it went undetected.
Well, now we are here to say the FBI has been called in to help investigate the matter. I'm guessing their job is to help trace the money across international waters, because the Jamaican authorities them, or the branch them, like FID and everything, they probably can't reach certain places. So we hear say FBI are coming in, and if something I go so, because again, you know it go already, people say anything until 9 days story, things quiet down, they nothing happen. If this actually happen, then I can tell you right now, there won't be an empty toilet left in the Croskery family home. And not for the other big wigs them. Matter of fact, not only will there be no empty toilet, because everybody will sit down on it all day, and this might lead to another toilet paper crisis. And when Big C and monkeypox and everything there touch Ironman and all that toilet paper them done, well, that might happen again. Speaking about monkeypox, what happened to that? It just disappeared without news. Look like as soon as it became undeniable that it was concentrated among a certain group, right, they decided to say, yo, stop talking about it. Anyway, according to Nationwide, the local authorities them already questioned Hugh double Croskery. Right. But then can't find him son Mark. Now, Mark at the end up come out to make a statement. I got you about that later in this video. But them question Hugh double Croskery. Right. Him one of the main man them, right, in the SSL, one of the founder them, right, when the company turned into SSL. You see, SSL have a long history, right, name change and all kind of spookiness going way back. But for the brand SSL, right, was one of the founder them. So you have Hugh the father, Mark the son, Sarah the daughter. Right. The double Croskery family is at the center of this fiasco. They've been a constant right through the whole SSL madness. Hugh is the one that was a part of Delta, right, with Harding. In the video I dropped yesterday, where Harding was saying that, oh, Hugh, just because, as an employee, I'm just left and give some shares and, yeah, right. Same Hugh Croskery. He's everywhere actually. Right. You see in the papers at one point he was even on the board, right, for JSC. Right. He's currently on the board for things like the Chase Fund. Right. You see, I realize right, it's the same name them on everything now. In the Ironman, right, at the highest levels, are the same name them. Up on the border, are the same people them now. Small group of people. They on all the boards them. So he was on that board, then him left up on that board, me I wonder if I host him a bit like a construction. A peer board. Ply board. I mean, the more things change, the more them stay the same. And just in case you're wondering, that's Hugh double Croskery in your screen right now. Although I'm not lie, but I wonder which part him buy that C resident in that plate there. Right, because don't look too bad at all. Whichever chef prepare that C resident, I can do a decent job. Right. Anyway, Mark Croskery, the son of Hugh Croskery, was also the CEO of SSL at one point. He released a statement saying that he didn't have no clue about the line fragmentation that took place at SSL. He didn't know about no fraud, he didn't know about this. Then he make a statement saying, yes, the police are look for him, right? And he's not hiding, he's willing to do this and do that. So the police must say they can't get to him, and he must say, him not gone away. So, but we'll see what happens with that, but we will see them get quote unquote question. I don't know what this is going to do, because if 87, regular 87, shoot man in broad daylight, go in a station, get question and get Lego, right? I don't know what questioning Hugh double Croskery and them man are going to achieve, right? It's going to take a hell of an effort to actually bring a case against them people. And barely convict 87s, barely. But we'll see. It was also reported that the daughter of Hugh double Croskery, right, stepped down from her senior position in the company. things not looking too good. Trouble in the Croskery family. As me said, the fact that the FBI get involved, things might be getting much spookier. One thing I realize about all of them SSL CEOs, none of them don't know none. Right. Remember, Harding won Brokerage CEO of the Year while leading a company that was essentially a giant third sandwich. Judging by what FSC them has said about SSL, the company, right, was in a seriously bad position. Not just in terms of them balance sheet, but also the culture of the company. Things like compliance and what they call it governance and them something. Despite all of this, Harding won CEO of the Year, Brokerage CEO of the Year. Right, so I'm guessing the standard to win that must be very low. If what FSC is saying no, right, and what we can see for ourselves looking up at the numbers, right, even the time period when Harding was there, SSL was still a giant third sandwich. Right. But Brokerage CEO of the Year, no one wants to see the man come last in that award. I love to know what a film company look like. You see, something we realize about our leadership culture in Ireland. When things go well, turn up and take all the credit. When things go bad, act like a mindless simpleton to avoid accountability. Anytime anything go on good, some big achievement them make record this or record that, right? Or let them finally develop something. You see the CEO up front, right, in the video light, right, taking all the plaudits, chest poked all the way out. Right. Then they hear say big scandal go on, corruption go on, all kind of things. Then they hear say, boy, I don't know about that, But right now, I don't even know for read and write. I don't know more than name right now. Everybody turn fool. I don't know what go on. I never see nothing. My eye that hurt me, right? My cornea did rupture, right? My iris, right? One splinter did fly in my iris, so I couldn't see what go on. All kind of nonsense. So many CEOs running an operation, and none of them are aware of what's happening under them nose. None of them. If I saw not gonna do it, stop taking credit for success. You see, when things go good, it's all because of me, the CEO. When things go bad, it's all because of the dirty staff them. Let me say that one more time. When things go good, this is how leadership work, Iron Man style. When things go good, it's all because of me, the CEO. When things go bad, it's all because of the dirty staff them. They're like, oh, we regret. No regret nothing. Right. Say, as the CEO, I should have ensured that this is that, and I take responsibility for what happened. Even if, because that means that you thief the money, But as the captain of the ship, who ultimately should have ensured the clients them good, if the clients them don't good, then you have to take responsibility and say, right, I didn't do my job, I failed my clients. Instead, man want to tell us arse dead and cold fat. In the military, a good OC will always take the blame for the failure of the operation, even in a film front. Even if the private them and the corporate them get in trouble, right, the OC have to explain himself and explain how this happen on them watch. This is how leadership work. Even when you do it, but them three you there under your leadership. So what was happening? Share in the success, share in the failure. Let's be honest, some of these people are not real leaders. Some of them, I'm going to emphasize some because we don't want to downplay people who actually, get to where they go based on merit. But some of them, right, didn't get the spots and the position they have because they were the best or the hardest working. Let's be honest. Right, so in times of trouble, in times of crisis, when true leadership is tested, them fail. You think of when things go good, you show who is who. You think of when things smooth, you see who is who. It's in times of crisis. Just like you have a captain on a ship. Right, the ship of autopilot, him can just push a button on the ship, go where it go. Or a pilot on a plane, the plane have autopilot. But when turbulence start, at them time that the pilot take control and you see who is who. But when things start go bad in the Jamaican financial sector, we start see pilot a chop through window. And I say no what go on. You in the plane sit down, and you look through the window, you see the pilot run parachute, and the plane go down. I wonder why. I hear man. No problem, man. Right? What a thingy, man. And to make things worse, it's not like it's big like NCD or Alaska where you say, well, it's much harder to keep track of what go on over so much people. I mean, SSL is a small outfit. Right? They were not overseeing 15,000 employees. They may have a better excuse there, so. SSL I want to look a small place. Still never know what go on night though. You know, it's elderly people for their money gone missing. Elderly people. This show you say, it's just like the typical quote-unquote chopper who, you know, take advantage of an elderly person and empty them savings, them life savings. At the same thing they do because SSL, right, also make much elderly people pension and, you know, life savings gone. It's extraordinary. But just want to see how this ever play out. And which other twist and turn left will happen. What happened to know? 2023 already start off with a bang. By the way, I had another check on the JCF side. 3rd week, murders are down. Still. 47% drop in murders. 47% compared to the same time period last year. Interestingly enough, Manchester, Clarendon, are two places them we have the noticeable increase. St. Mary a little bit too. I tell them say 2023 will be an interesting year. You know, some of the years on the street already. Ever since the whole talk of 15-year sentence to go on anything there start come around and worse it actually come to reality. We never see so much 87 want to take of themselves yet. Right now it come like every man want run away. And the bail act don't even come out yet. So we don't know what gonna happen when that come out. Interesting times. Anyway, end of the month, went to a proper look at the numbers. Come on, the one whole month before we really break it down certain way. About 60 murders. I think it was 60 or 61 murders, me see. First 3 weeks. Last them time, it was over 100. Anyway, Patreon squad, you open the cell. Yeah, you don't know, more life. Ultra squad, see you circling. Bless.